Alright, today we're going to be on REDSHIRE, guys, in the T54 lightweight, and this was a very close game. We were running this thing with CVS, standard, low noise exhaust, and the Bounty optics. Usually I run Bounty low noise exhaust on this vehicle, but we had it swapped out on other vehicles when I was trying to 3-mark a couple of tier 6s. So I wanted to play a higher tier. I can only play tier 6 for so long. Eventually I have to get into the T54 lightweight and, you know, give myself a little bit more of a challenge. But I also love how the gun sounds and stuff. I don't know. Like, you kind of got to mix and match it, man. If you play tier 6 for like 100 battles straight, you're just going to drive yourself crazy. But we're in the lightweight, guys, and REDSHIRE is one of those maps where to me, this map is almost like hit or miss. Like, sometimes I have really good games on this map, and sometimes I die early because the way scouting works on this map is if you're going to do it successfully, I feel like you have to, you got to take some risk, right? So whether that risk is sitting in this bush line and risking someone going for an active scout run like I was trying to do and getting spotted and you get wrecked here, or it's trying to play in this dip, like this is what I like to do now. I used to try and go to the mid, guys, but I just find this to not be as effective. So once I understood how to play this dip here, or this little river area, I like coming here now, and what I'm doing is just trying to see if I can spot the Saladin. This Saladin was so annoying, man, because he prevented me from, he played it well, right, but he was annoying. He prevented me from being able to proxy this bush line, and we actually spot the VK here, and I bounce the VK. This is really rare. Like, most heavy tanks are not going to take this path because of what just happened to him. Like, it was very, very interesting for him to do this, so I wasn't expecting him to be there. We bounced the shot anyway, though, and my entire team wrecks him, and we get 1,500 spotting for it. But this Saladin, man, he's sitting in this bush line, and he was preventing me from making an active scout run for quite some time. So I just continue to poke here a little bit, and then I think I try and knock these two trees. This is something else you can do. Like, you can knock these two trees. I'm just testing if I'm being spotted. I always call this a spot check. You want to do this, guys. I do these tests all the time to ensure that I'm not lit, because it takes 3 seconds. So if you kind of just poke up, poke back down, double check that you're not spotted, and then go and knock the trees or whatever, right? So Saladin spots me here. Again, he's sitting in this bush line. He knows kind of what I want to do. I think this guy is literally just sitting here. He's kind of camping, but he's also defending against me, right? He's countering me perfectly. So he spot the T30 here. I'm kind of surprised this guy came by here so late. So it's a little interesting. Like, I would have expected him to already be up here with the T54E1, T54E1, but I guess he was sitting in the back trying to see if people were going to poke around the corner. Hawk 30 ends up right here, and this is kind of rare, man. Most light tankers won't make this play because, again, you can see what happened to him. Usually on this map, you'll get light tanks that will go to this bush line, or they'll play the mid. It's much more risky in my eyes for them to push this bush line unless they're in like an even 90. Like, I would more expect the G-Sword to be making this play because you want to be a sneaky light tank. You don't want to take a fat light tank through here, man. It's just not really worth it in my opinion because you get whacked by all the tank destroyers up here. So it's just the way this map works. I find it much easier to play the mid from the north spawn, or you play right here, or sorry, right here in this bush line. And then you can, if you win the mid, you can just make an active scout run right here. You just do one of these and make an active scout run. That's what I do. I find it's more tricky to do that on this side. It's just the way the map works, because oftentimes you'll have tank destroyers sit over here, so you're not quite as safe to make that play. So that's my 2 cents on it. And I'd rather play here from the south spawn and then play the mid from the north spawn. So I just find that to be more efficient. Or again, I'll take this bush line here. It's just risky because if someone makes an active scout run like I would have done, then you can get lit here, and you're kind of in trouble because all these guys will have shots on you if they poke up enough. But anyway, the Hawk 30 is very defensive now that he got whacked, right? And we got good spotting from it. We're at 3K spotting, and I'm just kind of waiting to see what's going to happen in the mid here, because we have a lot of people in the mid, and I just feel like no one's really trying to do anything here. Like, we got 3 people over here. We have a heavy, TD, and then there's a medium, and these tank destroyers are now adjusting because we lost the east. And I don't know. I'm just kind of trying to see what's going to happen here. Like, I don't want to run out here because the Saladin was sitting in this bush line, so he's kind of preventing me from getting aggressive here. But I would like some information on where this Hawk 30 went. And would also like to spot some people and get some more information for the team, because we still have a lot of, like, the Hawk 30, the G-Sword, we have fast tanks, the Saladin on the map, even the Progetto. So there's a lot of question marks, man. And 5-6 minutes into the game, I don't like question marks, man. Question marks are really, really bad. You don't want question marks in the game, guys. Okay? Just, that's really good advice. Figure out all the question marks, right? So we're trying to do that here. We spot the T-30. Even 90's trying to get us some information as well. We're trying to figure out what's going on here. I feel like this team is doing the same thing we're doing, like trying to be really, really safe and just not throw away HP, or even 90 just ran the ridgeline there. I thought that was kind of dumb. Like, he went down here like this, got clipped out by the Progetto. I would have checked to see if anyone was there first, but it is what it is. And now I know the Progetto is a pretty good player. I know he's going to poke this Bushman, because it's exactly what I would do. So I'm trying to counter that. And we just have to try and counter this the best we can. Luckily, I guess it's the Scorpion here that's able to get a shot into him. That's what I would guess. I don't think the Batchat 25T hits that hard. So T-32 is now going to throw away his HP to go after the Progetto. I don't think this is a great idea, but it does kind of work out because he's able to clean him up and also spot the Hawk 30. So when the Hawk 30 pokes, I'm able to clean him up. And now we have the Saladin YOLOing the base here. And I'm thinking, yeah, I think we lost too much map. I think this is a loss, man. I don't think we can bring this one back. But you guys will see kind of what happens here. So Saladin is pressuring the rest of the team here. I'm able to get a couple shots into this guy, and then someone... It's the M40, actually, the Artie, that cleans him up. And we're just in a situation where we have no map, guys. And I always tell you how concerning this is, because when you have no map, it means you have no angles on the enemy team, and it means the enemy team has all the angles on you. So what we have to do now is really, again, figure out all the question marks, man. Where are all these people? Luckily, the Saladin goes down, the Progetto 46 goes down, the G-Sword goes down. These are the tanks that I'm most concerned about, because they are the most mobile tanks. And the mobile tanks are the ones you have to be very concerned with, because they will poke up in areas where sometimes you're not expecting it, and they will have angles to really threaten your team, right? You and your team. So I'm poking this rock, seeing if I can maybe spot the AMX-50 coming in. If he's going to push in, then the T-54E1 is pushing in over here. I'm kind of surprised these guys didn't spot him until now. I would think one of these Scorpions at least has like binocs maybe, or decent view range, but I don't know the view ranges of the Scorpions. Never played the Scorpion. Luckily, Artie again to the rescue, the M53 this time. One of our Scorpions dies, unfortunately, so now it's just two Arties, me, and a full HP Scorpion on my team. And we're doing okay, man. We're down by a decent amount of HP here, but I feel like all these tanks now are big tanks that I should be able to outspot, right? The T-30 is really concerning and stuff, but I feel like we can likely get the jump on a lot of these guys, because they're big, aggressive tanks, man, that don't move very quickly. So AMX-50 appears here. I'm going to get a shot into this guy. He's able to hit me here. I was kind of surprised. I guess it was into the turret. Not too sure. But he gets a shot into me, and then Artie's trying to hit me as well, so I lose some HP to Artie, and now we're down to half of our HP, man. Just like that. We took like 430 something damage here, and I have to be a little more careful. But Artie again to the rescue. Cleans up the AMX-50 here, and now we have the Viper. And the reason why this is important, I know this happened really fast, but I realized that at this point, this whole area was a question mark, right? A lot of question marks in this game on REDSHIRE, guys. But what I mean by question mark is just things that I don't know, right? Simply put. So this whole area, I had no idea what was going on over here. So what I did was, once I got lit, I actually ran behind this rock just in case. I didn't know where the Viper was, right? But just in case somebody was coming down this line, because it was left completely uncontested. Again, the Scorpion is pushing back into this like G3, G4 area, or even like F4, F5 area, where our tank destroyer hill is. He's right behind me now, but I didn't know what was here. So your best bet is to grab cover, right? Because the AMX CDA could have been coming down here, a Scorpion, a Viper, it ends up being the Viper, but this rock will keep you covered from this whole area. So I ran to this rock to make sure that I wasn't going to get whacked by someone over here, right? And then the Viper appears, but I actually went dark prior to the Viper appearing, and we're able to clean this guy up. This wasn't a smart play on his part because he's keeping his tank, even after he got hit by me, he's keeping his tank facing this direction. I don't know, maybe the M53 was spotted and he was trying to get a shot to the M53, but immediately following that, the AMX CDA is now pushing up over the hill, so this guy's going to get a shot to me. He actually hits my track, luckily. He YOLOs down like this, which was really stupid on his part, because he threw away all his HP. He was full HP, man, and just threw it all away, and I'm able to clean him up here, and hey, man, we'll take it, right? Like, sometimes people just make really dumb plays, but the Viper, man, like, I'm not sure what this guy was doing either, because... And I guess the CDA maybe thought I was still distracted by the Viper, so he ran down thinking he could probably clean me up or something, but I'm still half my HP. But the Viper facing this way, it just gave me such an easy shot, and he should have just turned towards me, and that shot wouldn't have been nearly as easy, because I was lit. Even if I didn't get lit taking that shot into him, because I think it might have went through the trees, he has an idea of where I am because I hit him right in the side. So I would have, if I were him, I would have turned towards me, but hey, man, he got caught out. And that's the thing with REDSHIRE. REDSHIRE is a pretty open map, guys, so you have to be really understanding of where the angles are and where people can hit you from and stuff. I always tell you guys this on the open maps: angles, angles, angles. Like, if there's one word you will hear me say over and over and over again, it's angles. That's how you are able to make mobile tanks like light tanks work really well, because you can flank and get different angles, man. And when I say angles, I don't just mean like me going over here to get a different angle on the T-30. I mean everything, like the terrain, you know, if you can be hold down a little bit and stuff like that, and then having someone else stay over here so that you're, you know, it's flanking, but they can't turn their tank both ways, right, if they have frontal armor, so you kind of get them into a bind. That's really what I mean. So you always want to work the angles, guys, especially on maps like REDSHIRE. Always work those angles. So now we're in a situation where one of our arties dies to the T-30, right? And we also know that the Scorpion G is over here. So now I have information on everything I basically need. We don't really need to know the locations of the arties. It would be nice, but we know where the T-30 is, we know where the Scorpion G is, and at this point, there is how much time left? 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in this game. I'm at 2561 damage, 3576 assist, and 3 kills. I've been doing pretty well so far, but I'm at half my HP. The T-30 can one-shot me, and you just have to be really careful about how you play games like this, man, because when you have a tank in the back, such as the T-30 with the boomstick, they like to call it, it's a one-shot and you're dead. So I don't want to throw this game for my team. I even said something in the chat like, this is a draw. If these guys aren't going to push, this is a draw, because I don't even have time to like go after Artie at this point. If I went after Artie, it would probably take me a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes to find them, and then we don't have time to cap out. So, you know what I mean? Like, again, hindsight's 2020. If there's a phrase you'll hear me say in all my videos, it's hindsight is 2020 as well. I could try and go cap out, but keep in mind there's still 2 Artie on the playing field, right? So these guys could try and come and reset, or at least spot me, and the Scorpion G can come back to like this hill and take a shot at me. So I don't want to cap, because it's a minute and 40 seconds to cap out alone, right? Like, maybe if it were me and another guy, we could cap out in 40 something seconds and we might be able to make that work. But at this point, I'm just thinking this is a draw, and I even said that. I said, this is a draw, and I told the Scorpion and my Artie, I said, I don't want to leave you blind. I'm not going to leave you blind, so I'm just going to stay here, and if they push, they push, and that's it. Won't leave you blind. So that's what I do, guys. That's my decision. I finally decided to move towards the mid here, maybe see if I can spot somebody, and there's the Scorpion G in the mid. I'm not sure what this guy was trying to do, just grab a different angle or different area of the map to see if I was maybe making a move or whatever. And we end up spotting him here, the Artie, M53. I know he hit this guy. Scorpion misses. Beautiful shot by Artie. Man, Artie was really... They were doing well in this game, guys. You know how I feel about Artie on the enemy team, but when friendly Arties are hitting their shots, man, it's such a good feeling. I love watching friendly Artas. They say Artas, like Skill for LTU says. Arta. So I like to watch them take the shots and hit other people, because it's so cool when you see the trajectory of the shell. I don't know, man. It's just really cool to me. I like watching the shell like come all the way like up and over a building or something. It's just cool to see. But anyway, already played well. The M53 and the M40, right? These guys did fine, and this was a draw, guys. We tried to go after the T30 here at the end. I was able to hit him once, and I don't think I could have played this game any better. I think I made all the right decisions in this game. Could we have tried to cap? Sure, but there's just too many question marks, man. We don't know where either of the arties are, and this was just a really, really tough game for me, guys. I wasn't really sure if I could make any other plays here, so I did what I knew I could do. I went to this bush line with the trees because I know this is a good area to defend the base from. Spot people that are going to go like this, and we did the best we could, man. We did the best we could, and it was a really close game, but it was a draw in the end, which sucks because it basically counts as a loss. It doesn't improve your win rate, so it basically counts as a loss, right? And that's it. 28, 36, 48, 74. We did an insane amount of combined damage here. 3 kills, man. And that's it. That's the one on REDSHIRE, guys. So let's take a look at the end plates. I'll let you guys go. This was actually a mastery in the T54 lightweight. So I had scrolled down a little bit here, but I'll show you guys in the detailed report what the numbers were. Got that spotter badge. And 22 shots fired, 17 hits, 15 pens, and it was 3,324 damage and 5,083 assistance. This is something like 8,400 combined, something like that. I think it's just over 8,400 combined, guys, right? 6, 7, 8, and then this was almost 5,100. So if you do the math, I think it's a little over, yeah, 8,400 combined, and that is an insane combined score. That is very, very good, so I have to be happy with this one. I know it was a draw, but I think we did everything we needed to do. I think these were a little out of order, so let's take a look at the team score. Here you go. Scorpion played a really good game. M53, man, 2 kills, 1,500 damage. It's beautiful. Our M40, 2 kills, 1,000 damage, but both these guys together had 4 kills. 4 kills, man. I think they did really well, dude. I think they did really, really well. So that's all for this one, guys. This guy reached out to me at the end of the battle, the Scorpion. He said, hey, man, we tried. And I said, yeah, we did. We gave it our best shot. All right. Catch you guys for the next one. I hope you enjoyed. Take care of yourselves, and bye-bye now.